Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 15-year veteran Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be brought out by the 2-time MVP in the NFL, who's now in his 15th season, Aaron Rodgers.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. The numbers for Jones last week: 19 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
From the 29, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
Durable and dependable, but also elite is left tackle David Bakhtiari. Has only missed 6 games in his NFL career. He protects Aaron Rodgers' blind side, and he does it so well. In 2018, named first-team All-Pro for the first time in his career.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. 1st down, Prescott. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Now Prescott. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to hit Jameis Olawale that time. 3rd down here. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And again, it's Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's third and goal. Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, it's Jones, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. With the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott on 1st down, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To the air again, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that's Elliott, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. To try again after the sack. Prescott throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen, and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver, because remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Forbath to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it was the Patriots who began yet another title defense with the victory. Andrew Luck, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one, compelling, as evidenced by that scoreline. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Prescott now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year. 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Now Prescott.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field trots Jason Witten now. And he's proving again why tight ends can be so valuable in this league. He's over 150 yards.
They just continually create mismatches because of their body frame, their athletic ability. You put a little guy on them, a small corner, they can often overpower them. You put a bigger linebacker on them, they'll run by them. You name it, they almost have the last move if this were a chess game. That's why they're so valuable.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. To throw is Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Complete to Jason Witten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 24-14. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. To throw is Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Here's Rodgers.
Now they've completed a couple.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. And Graham's got it, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Now Rodgers. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And that's complete to Adams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
54, go to 54.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.